And right now, they're just looking for anybody that's in shambles because the crunch of the layer was just so strong from high ground. So far, a lot of elims now. Podesai picks up an elim. Now you're seeing Shaycoast, Robaz pick up some elims here. And yes, Surge is here for the next 4 people have to go down, but Nate actually goes down on Hyde here, Shio. Nate is down.
Nate goes down, might not be able to be picked up again. High ground is so close towards that zone. Tika survived all the way down below, but they're taking Storm Surge damage. Win and hit 30 total people alive, so 4 need to go down. Last mini here for Tika as well to be able to heal. His teammates, Eddie and Cammy, aren't looking too good either, but huge beams. Is it enough? 97 below still. 134 above. Teek's done it for his team, and now that Chuck Splash entire reserve comes in to make sure they have a refreshed state of mind coming into this end game. Past that though, a bridge separating the trios of EU in this heat from low to high. We won't go past it. It bounces back once again. We're going higher towards the north side. That means though, it's trouble for Cammy, Teek, and Steady. Everyone's gonna be looking all the way over into their box, trying to make them not have the most free type of base rotation. Vise is pushing in. He has no mats. 2 attacks straight to the face, but he gets a return. And it's so close for everyone. A final 1v1. Cammy down to 1 HP gets wiped out.
Former teammates colliding on the same layer, taking basically each other out. But now we're taking a look at Bootcut's trio down below, who has been racking up a lot of points here. They have 8 elims so far, 27 points, and they've been doing really well underneath this bridge here. There are that water that's washing through anybody that comes right to them. EGRM goes down and we're taking a look. Jachu gets it. Cammy and Teek are still doing really well. And wow, Optor is sitting at height all by himself.
He's just by himself though. That's the thing. And we talked about the shadow trio down below. Grandjo just popped off with 2 more elims. That full trio is alive. Shaycos, MXR still on low. They followed height the entire time. Kept a very low profile. This is where they shine. Voxy with a huge 3-man pickup as well in the storm. Can Artur survive though? It's a 1v3 and he's beamed down once. He's tested twice. Flopper's there to try to keep him alive in storm, but 3 times he went it through because you're out. The game 1 winners have to be Shaycos, Gray, and MXR as he takes out here 9 elims for the trio, Sancho. This was still so good, but a phenomenal game of survival from Gray, Shaycos, and MXR to take game 1.
I mean, Westside, and they're still alive and they're still going.
And they're in a perfect spot too to move so far in terms of picking apart which trio to break down. Nowhere falls right in front of Robab's box. Nothing happens there. Now towards the top side, you can see Height really building forward, looking for that reconnection. Kizzy, Kefi, and Jachu will be the focus from that side. Bokaj moving from the back, not impaired whatsoever. 2 trios gone down so far. And although Height is trying to put down some pressure, no one is cracking whatsoever. Reset, you need a harpoon to make sure you have Height completely. And Artox has that recipe. He has what he needs to make sure this trio can stay in this game.
Balcony and Skype picked up 2 knocks on the feed against Zani. So Balcony now, it comes from Podesai. They're doing really well. They're cooking right now. You mentioned that they were on the door of Norwards and they got them. So keep an eye on that. And Stormstar is raining through, and Avise, Kupex, and Arthur are now sitting in front of the zone. But right behind them is Skype Falconry, as Nord is actually still survived. He's still alive. Playwell sitting on the mid layer right now. And right before second from height, we still have EGM's trio, who had a high top 5 finish, but now the roadblock is real as Skype getting hit from the backside, gets hit from the bumper to bumper, and now he goes down. It's up to Balcony, who does clean up the trade on Warrior. So Balcony now has to hold on and be the solo driver here in the fast lane. Kid Bochai, another one on the low ground, in complete shambles to trying to survive here. These are all soft mats here. In a moment, if a full trio decides to go down and layer switch, and Vettel catches him and hits him right in the hit. For a brief moment there, he just survived that moment, but look, the actions go forward, and look at this elevation right here, Shio. This small little elevation is going to cause problem, but it actually pushes. Is it pushing back just a little bit?
The river basically washes away any other trio that was fragmented, that didn't have a full game plan, and wanted to survive. Now it's about everyone who had proper footing on lands, who weren't going to drown in the water, to play out the rest of this end game. The 8th zone ticking away. 20 seconds still left with 8 trios. Styler going down.
Falconly's still up.
Falcon Lee who's still alive in that clutch seat. No reboot ban available on this low ground this time though. Vettel, Stursix are still alive with Crizzy in fray, taking out Artur in mid ground. Looks like there's not going to be a team to go and contest height this time. EGR and Kibo are still alive though. The big 3K pop off from last game might be able to have a repeat in this one. It's getting close though. Everyone getting squished. Big shots from Vettel down on the bottom right, and it connects. Oh my goodness, that's an entire trio almost wiped out in the blink of an eye. Yes, they're gone. Castry picks up another one, but how long can these guys survive?
I've just seen Falcony. He's still going. He's getting elims and he's getting placement points. He is sitting at literally is 100 HP and he's still vibing. Now let's take a look at Vettel, who is now losing his teammate in Kezix. Now it's Stir6 right there. It's Stir6 is going down. Now Vettel is feeling a lot of pressure here. The layer is crunching him. A lot of compression happening on Vettel here. Looking at top, Pizza doing well, and Vettel finally succumbs. Valkyrie's still alive here, and Kepi and Kibo pick up some knocks here from the mid ground here, and Kepi's getting PK. Artox and Arctic and Pizza right now are now going to go down, and maybe is Falcony still there? Can this solo star? We do have EGRM up. We have Jatu still up. We have Balance up. Falcony's literally a sliver of health. He's sitting there. Can he survive the pressure down below? No. He finally goes down to Falix there, and Vox gets Castry. Shio is coming down here to the top 3.
Through all the mess, Kibo and EGRM still survive height, finally breaking down and looking for their shots. EGRM, the final hope in the storm, but it's not enough. Artox Pizza
looking very strong here, very dominant structure being constructed here. As we see Onyx Hell's trios alongside with Muster. They're doing well on the front side here, but let's take a look at Hype for a moment here as Snap picks up another elim. So that trio is looking really solid, looking really good. As Seti and Teak, who've been always at the front side of the zone, it seems, on the dead side rotation on that. 4ZR gets a knock against Pizza, so that ride may be over there for that trio there, as 4ZR is going to leave that Pizza to go and bounce her in forward. But look at it, let's see, 4ZR sitting in the mid ground now. It's going to go down. But I have my eyes on the Dietrich and Fast Roki. That's been the story I have, as you see Edison and Versa go down. Lies in the console. Beast is down without any kind of HP here. Dietrich and Fast Roki looking really good. And they're actually going to fight against a full trio of Seti and Cammy.
Try to go for that push. My eyes are really impressed by the Vior trio up top. What a pivot today, starting over at Caddy, not being able to make things work, moving nice near the grotto and having an east side rotation for multiple games. They finally have height past the 5th zone. We've seen the stats on screen. That means a win. The question is, how many points can they get past just placement? 2 points for every elim. That number's so important because right now they're just 18th. 16 total points to start off the game. They need to push forward and get to close to 40 points to be somewhere in this top 10.
And not so fast, Shao. You never know. We did see the RPG. RPG could be a big factor.
Could be a big explosion to kind of hinder the performance that Till, Greppy, Janice have so far. Steady Teak still surviving on low. They're taking huge fights, but look at all the insurance Height has. There's no way you're going to be able to take a retake against this multi-ramp defense all the way up in the skies. Artur tried it in game 1. It was close and personal, though, for them to grab it, but a beam with a harpoon combo gets them completely off. A defense that looked so good, broken away in just 2 seconds. It cost Artur a lot of his HP. Advise will start to move in and captain the tarp towards the front side of the zone.
Fast Roki just got another elim in the feed, child. Fast Roki is doing so hot right now.
He's going off at the moment. 6 total trios left. 1 making their wave on low ground, taking out every single person you can see. Fast Roki versus Teak right now, while the others battle for control of position on the map. Teak goes down. Dietrich gets elim. Fast Roki deleted off the server as well. And Gripey holds on, stopping Artur from taking all the way up on height. Advise is there too. They invested so much into this retake. They probably have nothing left in the tank to be able to survive. No, just 11 builds, a little bit of ammunition, a great tactical shotgun. The dreams for this game all rest on Advise's shoulders.
Down to only a nice refresh there. I was about to say down to the wood builds. The Vior trio is too strong. Now they're going to go ahead and go on down to rack up the remaining. Looks like 2 people here, though. Trio that's barely alive here. Jerky, Shadow, Joe, and FN with an unbelievable ride. It's a battle between high and low ground here at the moment here. Any big trades in HP and shield cracks could be a big factor here to walk away with the victory royale and some big time placement points. So far, still sitting strong here. No big exchanges at the moment. This is going across old builds here. So now you're going to have to build the pickaxes. And Joe finally gets cracked big time, and that's going to be the green light for your trio to kind of push in. Now they're all in. They're full sending down to low ground. Joe goes down. Jerky is now down without a shield. Shadow's the only strong member of this trio, trying to hold on as much as possible here. Shadow does have a lot of white heals to go down. Now Valor is all the way down on the low ground here looking for Shadow, but I think Shadow is just now on the moments as much as possible trying to hold on, and it could be a matter of moments before Valor's trio walk away with the victory out. We got about 4 splashes going through the cabbages here. Can Shadow do it? It's all about the timing here. Wait a minute. Can this do this here? Can Shadow survive here? The VR trio is looking at their last desperate moments. Down goes one. Did Shadow, holy, from the depths was able to walk. Become legends. Edison got himself 2 elims in the feed. That's the first time we see him kind of pop off. But let's take a look, an overall drone shot of what's happening here. Let's see if Trader's trio is able to hold on. We do see the Vior trio just second from height could make a possibility, but hey, I don't see. Remember, we've always had that trio that's sitting in front of the zone. Because remember, we had a battle between first place. I don't see a Vice trio is usually holding on the front side. So that's going to be a new trio looking forward. Miro is actually cooking up in the feed, picking up multiple elims. Kave finally going down. It's the furthest they made it in the day. But all eyes are on Wishy-Washy and Trader and Rax. Can they hold on to height and walk away with the victory royale?
It's getting shot out too, but this time Washi doesn't go down, being the one who's all the way ahead. Down below, yes, one of those trios to focus on. Miro, Swag, and Snap, they're looking good too.
Teak, Cammy, and Seti are now contesting for height. They're pushing forward, but Trader and Rax and Wishy-Washy are trying to hold them down as much as possible. Now it's going into an old Bill infrastructure, and a sigh of relief, no doubt, has to come over Trader, because look at this existing monstrous structure. That could be the vessel that they need to take them to the victory royale. Let's take a look at the front side here in the bottom of the zone. Dietrich is all by himself. Well, actually, he does have Fesroki. Fesroki and Dietrich going back to back, holding on as much as possible. This is going to be a big match for them. Taking a look at your bottom right, we have Swabs, Miro, and Swag here doing really well.
Big squeeze though for the whole server as they're split apart by a mountain. Everyone has to move up the same way. Joe, Clinberry, Fixie, everyone kind of squished trying to move away. Dietrich's inside the zone on the left side of your screen as well. He's barely trying to stay alive. Swag though on the bottom right picks up another elim. Gets back with his team. 7 for the trio right now. 8 gets knocked once again. They're looking to the wall on the right, but they've lost Miro.
They lost Miro, and actually Joe is going down too. So Shadow and that trio is doing really solid right now. And Rax, we're taking a look up there. They actually have some good elims right now. 8 elims for the team at height. But look at the elevation. You mentioned it. It's taking a lot of trios out.
It changes again, but it looks like Cammy actually got Seti back up from the grave. And what is this? 9th zone revive to keep their dreams alive inside this game number 3. Game number 4 going right through 2. Trader all the way up on height looking for the beams down below. Dietrich somehow still alive in the storm. 1 HP. How is this possible? Cammy, Seti, and Teak have all healed each other up and are full shield to take away and take on this fight on high ground as well. Snap is still alive with Swag. Miro went down, and now it's down to the last 3 trios. One of them fragmented and a teammate behind.
Cammy and Teak and Sebi take all the way down below. Can they duo on the mid ground survive this battle? Rax, Wishy-Washy, and Trader is going to go ahead and bounce on down. Cammy gets Snap here. Snap gets converted by Cammy. Rax, Washy, Trader, big time tag on Teak and getting the knock. That could open up the door from the victory royale, but Cammy now sits on height. The veteran play from Cammy. Can he hold on as much as possible? Rax and Trader are going to have to take out Cammy. Cammy's holding on. Cammy comes down. A couple of tags go through. And Trader and Rax complete the connection, and they confirm what has been true throughout the entire day.
And right now on that roller coaster of a zone, yes, Gasparus is on the outside. He has his shots. Yes, every single trio has made it up here, but this is that lull at the high of the coaster. Now we're going straight down off the mountain, and that's where the thrill resides. Snap's gonna be forced to leave all these builds behind and jump into open air. He has no builds basically remaining, just 4, and can't even touch the storm. Tried to make a clutch play. It wasn't possible, though still riding all the way up top high in the clouds of this big roller coaster of a zone is Warrior, Vortexers, and Kelphi. Beams all the way around. Very good position, but now they have a big drop down to use a bouncer to overcome.
So far, all the victory royales have been done by new teams trying to make their first ride into the finals. Will another new trio of Warrior, Kelphi, and Vortex are able to make this ride complete here? Unbelievable new names are now taking over the scene here in the Fortnite world, and it starts right here in this region here. So far, 3 elims. They have a lot of work to do with only 39 points. Now they're picking on Flixie here. Flixie getting the retaliation of some beams here. Grippy, Janice, Flixie is getting confirmed by Janice here. You're just seeing the pressure that high ground. Yes, they can send down the beams as much as possible, but the ping pong effect can affect other trios who are trying to escape their beams.
This is not high ground, this is sky ground. PG Warrior, Kelphi, and Vortexers are still so far up in the air and are unaffected, playing their own game of Fortnite down below.
Crazy.
We have the low of the low. JFO and the Playwell trio are completely separated from all the chaos and shots in this endgame server. Kelphi starts to drop down. PG Warrior with a big bouncer to meet back up with Vortexers. Playwell now is split. Battle's all the way up top. Chrissy and Sursix are gonna fight all the way down below. I think it's against Kizzy. Jachu's in that box as well. Back and forth they go. Sursix now all the way down to the water, and Kelpie's gone down on height. So it's a duo game to try to wrap things up in game 5 of EU.
We're seeing Star6 solo all by himself. The height is now coming down here. The chaos of the mountain, the roller coaster is still ramping up. We're not done yet. There's 4 trios alive here for the moment in terms of placement on the line. This is going to be a huge one right here. We all know top 3. We're going to get a huge bonus here. Can Star6 hold on for his trio as much as possible? No, he doesn't. He falls right there in the number 4 spot. So that's a big one for BAR and Robizi. They're able to secure a top 3. And the zone is going to continue pushing over the elevation here as Warrior is fully committed. Now he goes in and gets the siphon. But was it a too early of a jump in, Shio?
Oh
no,
my God!
It is. He fights it barely.
2 elims and height. Oh my God, 4-0 is going for it too. They need that win, and Kaizen's actually down low on HP as well. Double pinch diagonally by Kazix, and they win it. Lizen, though, has not given up. He's going straight for height. 4-0 has more to build. Down below, though, Kylie, a completely different story. Needs to win here as well. You were talking about them being in the sands. Will they find treasure, or will they suffer pain? That's Strokey is down to his final sliver of HP, almost surviving with the zone. They're separated, 2 solos trying to keep the dream alive, and 4-0 has been taken out to the storm, but Nate and Kezix have height.
And it's going right through the Coliseum, so everybody that's on the low ground is going to be in a huge hurt right now as the zone is just pushing him against this fortified wall. Look at the HP drop. This is going to be a huge opportunity for Nate, 4-0, Kezix. If they could get some elims right here, things are going to be looking good for them, Shio.
Strokey and Kylie went down on low. Will their points be enough to keep them in the business? Shake Host, though, is still popping off against Ardent, who might be stopped from being inside the top 8. On height, are these guys doing enough damage? Are they accruing enough points? Will the win only be enough to push them into the top 8? I'm not sure, but Kibo's here, alive as well, to up those points of the top 8. The Vior trio's alive as well, as Nate takes some fall damage off of right from height as well. Pizza Trader going down. Nate actually knocked off of slipping off of height, so it's just Kezix who's near the top.
Kezix is fighting for the chance for his trio to advance and to avoid. Right now, the top 16 could be a factor, but right now, it is the trio that have been out of nowhere coming out. It is EGRM's trio who throughout the entire day find the right opportunities to strike, and now they have 10 elims, make that 11 elims going forward. And what a dominant statement from this new team in the EU region who've been looking for some success here in the semifinals to punch their ticket way all the way into the finals with a huge performance today.
Rangel got knocked. Caster is there trying to do some damage. Rax gets another elim as well on low. 4 different trios left for some crucial placement right now. The amount of placement points up for grabs for these trios who need to qual, who need the points.
Oh, they
down
needed that.
At 77. 1 placement away, and I think it was the Cammy. Yes, Cammy, who needed those points so bad. He keeps his dream alive. EGRM, who will you take out first is the question. Between the 3 trios up right now, Cammy needs to get at least second. Rax, I feel like, needs those points as well to stay inside and not get bumped out. Cammy and Teak have the shields. They're in mid. Yeah, EGRM, he's celebrating, but there's real stakes in mid and low ground right now. The zone is separating every single trio except the 2 down below, and it's Cammy who wins the engagement. Cammy, who started this game so far away from the top 8, I believe has moved all the way in there. 107 points. 9 elims. Phenomenal game, and they might go down. Yes, height might win, a huge flex, but what a qual game number 6 from Cammy, Teak, and Seti.
The clutch factor is real, and the clutch was there, able to walk away with the 2nd place. But the story you cannot forget of EG Arms and Vox's trio were able to most likely maybe get this victory out. We'll see though. Cammy has a lot of heals in his inventory. He has a lot working for him, and he does it. Cammy, Teak, and Seti escape the clutches of the Colossal Coliseum.
Huge performance from them. You can see 4th place right now. They had 64 points before that game. That victory royale, next team 6th down to 10th. Joe, Juriki, and Shadow have qualified with 105. Artox, Pizza, and Ardet, who we talked about quite a lot, have made the qualification.
Some of these trios that we believed, it was like, hey, this is a no-brainer. These trios will be going to the finals. We're looking at a top 10 finish here, and it wasn't the case this time around.
Same with this kind of last page as well, going the 16th till the 20th. You know,